Hello everyone and welcome back. In the first parts of this series, we talked about how we can implement a Redis client. Basically, we are getting input from the terminal. We have a client class which will be working together with other clients such as Redis client and CommandHandler, and we will have one more probably. And we are, until this point, we are connecting to a Redis server using connect to server function. We are getting input using getLine from the terminal, and we are checking quit and help commands as built-in commands. And we are splitting command into tokens using split arguments function in CommandHandler class. And in this video, we will continue with command handlers. This RESP command from the vector argument. We will basically have a function to change the format of the argument we have so we can send it to the server. We will use protocol for RESP commands. So you can read it yourself if you want, but I will tell it simply that I will have a function in CommandHandler just like we had just like the one we have for the split arguments. This time I will we will build this plant command from the vector arguments, which will be a static function. String build command, and it will be receiving arguments. Okay, so this function will help us in this function we will be having, we will start by asterisk or start, and we will give it the size of the array. This will be start of an array in RESP. Start. And we will be giving the arguments, which is $, which will indicate the bulk of string in response. And then we will add the argument we want to have in our response. And when we are done, we will return a constructed string. Let me start to show. So we will have a std or string dot for OSS. we are initializing OSS as a string stem that can be used as how to say that we can give it to response that when we want to communicate with the server. So in this OSS, we will start by asterisk, as I mentioned before, which will get args dot size, and we will add a number of arguments. This is the number of arguments part, and we will have a for loop that will be getting the argument in arguments, which will iterate and will save them in the OSS. Again, arg.size. Again, and we will give it the size of the arg, then argument, and the end. So we gave it length and value of the argument, and then we can return string version of our output string. Okay, this should work, and we will now call it in the line C++. I think I am done with this. Just for debug purposes, I will just leave it there for the moment. Maybe we will meet again in the future. And so after getting arguments, then we will have a string command, which will be in the command handler, and we will build this response command giving the arguments that we got before, and then we will send the comments using our RedisClient class and check if we can successfully send this. And for that, we will go back to our RedisClient, and we will have a new function called sendCommand. I am going back to RedisClient H, and sendCommand will be a build function again, so we will know if it is successful or not, and it will have constant string address of command, and create the function here. Okay, this is also a straightforward function. First, we will check for socket fd. If it is -1, if it's not initialized, we will return false, meaning there's nothing we can connect to or send message to. And this will be size t, send equals send fd command will be c string function, and we will give it size of the command and 0 as argument. And you can check also sendCommand sends n bytes of buffer to socket fd, returns the number sent or -1. And in that case, we will be returning what we sent, and it will be size t of and dot size. Okay, I don't see any problem. I think this was all for our Redis client class. We implemented all the functions we will be needing for this class, which is connecting to the server, disconnecting from the server, getting the socket FD, and sending command to that socket file descriptor we had before. And going back to client.cpp, now we have our arguments we got from line ready to send to server. We will check by if statement saying RedisClient.sendCommand, which is the command we created. As we talked before, this is a bool function, so it will return false. In case of an error, we will print saying error failed to send command and break out of the loop. And this should send the command. And if all goes well, when we send command to the server, we are supposed to have a feedback from the command, giving us a response. So parse and print response will be the next steps. I think this is enough for this video. We just implementing sendCommand function and talked about how we will send command to the server, and now we will receive them, and receiving will be happening in response parser class. I think this is enough for this video. It was a short one. We will have more to do in the next video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.